The nation's premier sports broadcasting camp with John Fanta and featuring the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show is coming to Cleveland. And guys, it is less than 1 month away. From July 20th to the 24th, boys and girls ages 10 through 19 can attend camp held at John Carroll University, featuring Cleveland and national media teaching the skills of play-by-play broadcasting, hosting, sports talk, interviewing, podcasting, and so much more from the one and only John Fanta and special guests. The camp also includes a trip to the Guardians Twin game on July 23rd with a tour of Progressive Field and more. For more information, head to sportsbroadcastingcamp.com/Cleveland. That link is in our description as well. And we are thrilled to be part of this exceptional week of broadcasting camp with the one and only John Fanta, who joins us now here on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. John, it's 23 days away, my friend, and we can't wait to be part of it with you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys and can't wait to get back to Cleveland. It is always fun. I always love going back home. I hear others enjoy going back home as well.
Yeah, that's what we brought you on for.
Way to back into that one.
Yeah, we putting that good. We could put that good mojo out there. We heard you. I heard you on a 92.3 The Fan, and you made a bunch of great points. And the problem is now, between what Jason Lloyd is talking about and hearing what you're saying, now I'm getting my hopes up now. Like, I'm already planning lineups. I'm already got rotations. And now I'm like, we need this to happen, John.
Well, it would be amazing for the world of basketball and the NBA. And isn't this how the movie is supposed to end? LeBron James' career has been a movie. And a great movie has highs, lows, and keeps you on the edge of your seat. It has twists and turns as well. Here's the deal. The best of movies that you remember have the best of endings. And there is no better ending to the career of King James than to sit on the throne that will always be his. Because the fact is, he goes to Golden State, he writes a final chapter there. They're not winning a championship. And in no way is LeBron James ever going to occupy the throne that is held by Stephen Curry. Steph Curry is number one there. He always will be. He should be. He changed basketball. Clevelanders know that better than anybody. We've been on the wrong side of it. This is meant to be in Cleveland, Ohio, where the man will have a statue, where he is revered, where he broke the curse. There's no way, there's no better way for LeBron James to end it, whether it ends with a Larry O'Brien trophy or not, than Cleveland, Ohio. And I would say that being a Cavalier, if he joins this franchise, offers just about as good of a chance to win a championship. You know, the only thing north of that would be joining the Thunder or the Spurs, and that ain't happening. It ain't happening. The Cleveland Cavaliers, that is the most fit move for LeBron James to end this legendary career.
We talked about this earlier, John, if he joined the Cavaliers, does he make them the instant favorites to win the East, in your opinion?
If not first, then second, Dustin. If not first, then second. I mean, he's right there, and the Knicks are going to certainly get a lot of consideration for that, but it's very difficult to run it back. They'd have to be right there, one or two. And here's why. Because the Cavs, they don't have a vocal leader. You could say that they do, and if you believe that to be true, I don't think it's true. He gives them an edge. He gives them a gravitas that they don't have. They're a talented basketball team. They're a really good team. I think the thing in my mind is when you're fifth in the NBA or sixth in the NBA, wherever you want to put the Cavs, they're somewhere in there. Okay, they're not 1, 2, 3, or 4. There's a couple of Western Conference teams that are better positioned than the Cavs. And if you think they're seventh, if you think they're sixth or seventh in the NBA, let's just say that for the sake of argument, sixth or seventh or eighth in the NBA, it's closer to 15 or 16 than it is to 1 in my book. It just is. You get LeBron James, the argument turns. you're now closer to 1. And isn't that what this is about? And isn't it what it's about for LeBron James? Because for LeBron James, if he goes to Golden State, all right, he's still not close to 1. That's a nursing home team. It's a Golden Girls team. It's not a team. It's not a team that is in the running to win a championship. It's just not. He goes to Cleveland. And by the way, I believe Dave McMenamin's reporting when Dave is saying, he wants Rich Paul to field all sorts of calls and, look at situations and whatnot. I get that. That's fine. But the Cavs possess as good of a situation where you could be teaming. You could be teaming with Donovan Mitchell. You could be teaming with Evan Mobley. Oh, is there a role where the Cavs are moving on from somebody, and now you're teaming with Jaylen Brown, who was an NBA Finals MVP? The Cavs have the ability to make their team even better, and he gives them a place where they would enter the season as 1 or 2 in the Eastern Conference. I firmly believe that. And I know the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is, how can you win a championship with James Harden? The answer to that is LeBron James is the leader of the team. LeBron James guides the team. And LeBron James, out for a championship, can tell James Harden if he's having a bad game, sit the hell down.
So who's the fourth? If it's LeBron and it's Donovan and it's Harden, who would you rather have, Evan or Jaylen Brown?
Jason, I look at the situation, and it's hard not to vote for Jaylen Brown because of the fact that he's tasted a championship and he's won a Finals MVP. But I'm going to vote Evan Mobley.
I do too, by the way.
Low key.
I'm with you.
I'm with you.
And I didn't know that was your answer. Genuinely didn't know. And here's why. The pieces fit better to the puzzle.
Yes.
Mobley defensively is invaluable. I think these two things can be true, and I would welcome anybody pushing back. The Cavs is currently constructed, still not close to a championship team, meaning they're hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy. But the Cavaliers are still better than at least 80% of the NBA. And so it's a very hard argument when you watch their team, when you watch these guys play, and the negatives, they're glaring because what's the goal? The goal is to climb the mountaintop. And they're not there. And in the NBA, there's a very, very top tier. But Evan Mobley can be part of the Cavaliers pursuing that championship with LeBron James and fits better than Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown still needs the ball in his hands. Jaylen Brown still went on Twitch and ripped his team. You can't forgive that. And I think it's why Jaylen Brown is still in Boston. Because I think there's a real concern about how is he going to impact an organization's culture. Not to mention he carries great value. But the combo of immense value and what he did when the Celtics season ended, he lost a lot of people's respect when he went on social media and decided to start ripping his organization. Like, that happened. He made comments about his team. I don't know if that meshes quite well with LeBron James and James Harden. In fact, I don't think it does at all. I know this much. Evan Mobley showed me things this playoffs that I had not seen from him before. Evan Mobley grew a pair. He played hard-nosed basketball. Like, he was tough out there, guys. He showed cojones. He won the Cavaliers some games. He showed that he could be better offensively. Hell, he showed that he could make a three every now and then. So I vote Evan Mobley more than I vote Jaylen Brown because I also think this. We all keep talking about Mobley can reach that next level, could reach that next level. If there is a next level for Evan Mobley, my argument is this. There's no better teammate to have to help him reach it than LeBron James.
Yep.
Speaking of reaching the next level, we had a quarterback competition in Cleveland, and we go, look, he just like, let me look, go put the blanket up, Fanta. Put the blanket up, dog. He's like, I thought I was gonna get up out of here. I was gonna talk Cavs, get to some Guardians, and be gone. No, absolutely not. So I'm gonna just say,
I need a rosary.
quarterback conversation, John Fanta. Go.
Quarterback conversation. There are reports and swirlings, all right? And I'm sure that all three of you have heard different versions of this, okay? Because I was just listening to stuff this morning. Are you three getting the sense that I am of, like, Deshaun's camp is pushing their media buddies to put out some things that he's looking the part? Am I off base?
Well, we have Zach Jackson on, and he kind of pours cold water on that a lot.
Yeah.
So Zach is like, we're not doing this.
But the three of you, have you guys not heard this from some national people?
No, we've heard it.
He was the leader in the camp house. That's what.
John, here's what I would say. The talk about Deshaun being the starting quarterback, I didn't buy it at first. I thought it was like a stalking horse to make sure Shedeur stayed motivated, make sure he stayed on point and kept him going in the winter. And then I've said this 100 times, by the owners' meetings, I was like, oh no, they're serious about this. Like the Browns intended for Deshaun to win that starting job. Now, what's happened since then, we'll let the field determine that. But they absolutely, I don't think it was Deshaun's people. I think the organization wanted Deshaun to win that job at one point.
Because they made the worst transaction in NFL history.
100% it was the worst. Yeah. I mean, it's baffling to me. I've said all along, you have to play Shedeur. I'm not a big Shedeur guy. That's pretty obvious. But if you're going to make me choose between Deshaun and Shedeur, there's no contest. I play Shedeur every time.
And that's why this is beyond puzzling. Because the Cleveland Browns should be starting Shedeur Sanders this upcoming season. There is nothing to gain from the Deshaun Watson experience except these last hope attempts that maybe some pennies would be worth it on a deal that has not been worth anything. It's been an embarrassing moment after embarrassing moment. Shedeur Sanders was in an offense last year that was the worst in the National Football League. Okay? I don't care what any statistic says. If the Browns were not last, they were second or third or fourth to last in basically every statistic. And they led the NFL in offensive incompetence. And that falls with Shedeur, okay? But he's a rookie. The talent around him, fellow rookies. The offensive line, as bad as I've ever seen. And you want to give him a real shot here now. Give him a real shot. Here's the two routes, okay? Route one, he exceeds expectations and shows that he could be an NFL quarterback. Wonderful. We don't have to go draft a quarterback in the first round next draft. We've got draft picks collected. We've got some pieces in place to go and bolster, get younger on defense maybe. And, hey, let's go find another wide receiver. Let's go find another weapon for Shedeur. Great. That's route one. Guess what? It's the lesser of the two, okay? It's like the Price is Right Plinko board with the middle being the jackpot, and you're hoping that the coin lands in the middle, okay? And the middle's very small.
Plinko
the other
was
route,
elite. Good reference.
Plinko was elite.
Great
chance
reference.
$50,000. The other route, which is the ends of the board, are this guy's not moving the needle. He's not getting any better, and it's really not working. And guess what? We have to go draft a quarterback. Oh, we've got multiple picks to do that. Oh, we could trade up in the 2027 draft. That's why we collected those picks. All right, let's do it. Rip the Band-Aid off. You win 3 games, you win 4 games, and that's it. Okay, that's how this goes. There is no route for Deshaun Watson. He's not part of the Browns' future, all right? And if the Browns are going to try to make it part of their present, I'm here to tell you that there is literally nothing that has, by the way, Mitchell Robinson just agreed to a 3-year deal to sign with the Celtics.
Yeah.
So Mitchell and Sham's just reporting that. That's interesting. There is no route with Deshaun Watson. There's not. Other than them trying to justify something that can't be justified any longer. And the best gift that the Browns got was that their first 2 games are not at home. That's the best gift the Browns got. You know why? If they actually go and start this guy, okay, go and start 4, week 1 and 2, I just can't see a world where he's flourishing down in Jacksonville and Tampa Bay. Go ahead and shock me. Oh, by the way, the picture next to that schedule is very, very heartbreaking for me to look at. But the fact is, he can't be the starting quarterback. it's a good thing that they're not home till week 3. You know why, fellas? Because either they can, if they start this guy, they can remove him by week 3, or if they're 0-2, there's no world where he gets cheered onto the field when they open up their season at home.
Well, they can't introduce the offense, I can tell you that. They'll have to introduce the defense or just bring the whole team out at once.
Or just introduce the coach. Just say, here's our coach,
Hey.
Todd Monken. And there's the rest of the Cleveland Browns. All right, we'll see if they come. And, people will be drunk enough that they'll clap. Go ahead.
You think Sorsby deserves a look next year? I mean, are you interested in Sorsby at all?
No, I'm not interested in it, Dustin. I'm not interested in Sorsby. As a Cleveland Brown, are you saying?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, to me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense with what this organization. Although they've signed players who have done or been alleged to have done far worse than this, or have done far worse. So it's not me like the moral compass here of Sorsby, but to me, I don't think that it's a worthwhile route. I just don't see it. It first off, the drama that it carries, fair or not, it is fair because he broke the rules and he did things that you just can't do in his position. And number two, do the Browns want to add another item to a plate that's loaded with dark storm clouds and headaches and more PR? I just don't see a world where it makes a whole lot of sense. I don't.
Really quickly, John, to get a little Guardians talk, what do you think about the Guardians? You remember bringing up some of the young guys, Bazzana, Cooper Ingle, obviously he had a little bit of a brain fart. But in terms of what you've seen, can they hold together until they get Jose Ramirez back?
Well, this is like a first or second grade math art project. Okay, we've all done this, or maybe I'm the only crazy person who did it. St. Bernadette in Westlake, Ohio. Shout out to the Bulldogs, where you would use glue on an art project. And fellas, anytime I use glue, I ended up using way too much of it, not using it efficiently. It ended up all over my hands, and the project, like the stick project, was all over the place. But you know what it was about in first and second grade? Submitting the project and showing an effort. Guess what? The American League is so bad that right now the Guardians are that art project. It is not pretty. There's Elmer's glue all over the place. There are some mistakes. There's sloppiness. There's not a whole lot to write home about offensively at all. Offensively, they are brutal right now. The Rangers literally just got Chris Paddock to start against Cleveland because Paddock's had success against the Guardians, and then look what happened the other night. Things are bleak right now. Guess what? They've been bleaker than this. The team got off to a very good start to the season, and the American League, as I just said, is as bad as it's ever been. So we are in for another summer of baseball that matters. They might be hovering around 500 throughout it. You got to hope that the kids start to pop. They work through their slump. Travis Bazzana is not going to be this bad the whole time, guys. He's not. DeLauder, I think, is only going to get better. Manzardo, at times, looks lost to play, and Stephen Kwan has really lost his way. I mean, Stephen Kwan has gotten to the point where he's unplayable at the dish, but this team is so rough defensively as well because of how young they are. I guess he's out there to field, and he does a good job of that. But, man, he's been as bad a hitter in baseball over the last season and a half analytically as any. So it's like I said, it's that art project. It's not pretty. It's about submitting it. It's going to be hard for them to be out of it. I mean, they're 2 games over 500, and they have a 2-game lead for any wild card spot. And the team that's out of it, that's on the outside looking in, is 43-45 Houston, who has no pitching. And then 41-46 Minnesota. The Guardians are a better team than Minnesota. They got the series against the Mariners. You really would like today so you could say you got 3-3 against the Rangers and the Mariners. And then this weekend's huge. I mean, this weekend will set the tone of how you feel heading into the All-Star break. If they lose 3 of 4 to Chicago, I've seen a lot of Guardian Twitter accounts and stuff be like, I don't trust Chicago's pitching. They don't. Guess what? This AL's terrible. If you have hitting, you're going to be a playoff team in the AL. The White Sox got more hitting than the Guardians. The Guardians can't be any worse offensively, and they're still hovering around. I think that they'll hang in, but man, they're a tough watch at the moment. They are.
John, we always appreciate you coming on. We look forward to pulling up at the boot camp. And as always, make sure you check out John Fanta. Make sure you follow him at John_Fanta. And we look forward to hanging out with you, talking to some of the up-and-coming guys in the media.
Keep killing it, Johnny.
Thank you, boys.
Keep killing it,
Maybe
brother.
we're going to treat the boot camp to a 40-yard dash run. Myself, Bull, and Jason Lloyd. Let's see who can win it.
I'll smoke y'all.
Hey, listen, get the ambulance out, man. A lot of pulled lower bodies.
I'm taking Fanta, man. Fanta's still got some baby muscles in there somewhere, and Jason and Bull are a little bit older and wound tight.
John,
Fanta.
we appreciate you. We'll talk to you later.